Never mind the dirty screen, y'all. But I'm watching Get Out. The opening scene. I don't want to show it because of copyright strike. Even though it's free on YouTube right now. Go watch Get Out. But the opening scene, this guy, like, he walks up on the sidewalk and there's a dog barking right when he walks up on the sidewalk. Like the guy that gets thrown in the trunk. Right when he walks up on the sidewalk, there's a dog barking, and then this car pulls up and it turns around behind him and then pulls up and parks next to him on the street. And then he stops and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then the car's just sitting there, and then he just keeps walking, and then the car just starts slowly following it, like just keeps slowly driving up the street next to him. And then I think it's the brother's car, the girl's brother from this movie, but and then he crosses the street, and then the guy kidnaps him, but the car also has a dim tail light. I made other videos on Get Out. People are synchronizing around the main character the whole movie. There's a sync siren on the next scene after this scene. There's a sync siren, like when his girlfriend sits on the bed, this siren's going off outside. And there's a bunch of sync people the whole movie at the party, the auction party thing. There's like everyone, like all the white people are wearing red shirts pretty much, like most of them. And then like everybody's syncing on him, like the groundskeeper guy's syncing on him, and the maid lady is syncing on him. And then they like unplug his phone so his phone doesn't charge, his phone dies. And then like his girlfriend takes his keys and like all this shit, like everybody's like gang stalking him and syncing on him and shit. And then like he'll just turn around, somebody's walking in the room right at that moment, and then like people are walking around him synced. Like in the party scene, people are walking around him synced, and like he like points his camera across the way, and the dad is like pointing at him right as he points his camera at him. Like you see the POV from the camera. The main character, he's like taking pictures. He's a photographer. And he like aims his camera over it and at the dad, and like his dad's like the girl's dad is like talking to these people, and he like right when he points his camera over at him, the dad is pointing at him. He's like, "Hey, come over here." And people are syncing on him the whole movie. And then the guy runs straight at him when he goes outside to smoke a cigarette. In the middle of the night, this guy just runs straight at him, and then right after that he turns around, and the maid like turns on the light in the window, and then she's like looking at her reflection in the window, but she's like looking out at him basically. She's like doing her hair in the window. She's scratching her head synced maybe. But she's like looking at him through the window as she's looking at herself in the reflection. And then he goes in the house, and the mom turns on the light right next to him. She's like, "You know, smoking's bad for you." And then she hypnotizes him. Go watch Get Out. Everybody synced on it.